So in years past, I have absolutely wasted the month of March as a gardener, and then it will come to April and I am very suddenly overwhelmed. So today we're going to talk about how to not let that happen to you. Hi, I'm Rachel, and if you're new here, you are inside of my free YouTube garden planning course. If you haven't previously seen any of the course, I highly recommend that you go back and watch it. I'll link down below. Like I said, it's entirely free and it's entirely here on YouTube, and it is very bingeable. So I do recommend that you go and catch up and then follow along with our lesson today. So today we're going to be going over a journal prompt from the Guided Gardening Planner that I think is particularly helpful here in March. March is a transition season for the garden for most of us here in the Northern Hemisphere, and depending on where you are, you may be further along in that transition season. Where I'm at right now, we are at the point where the tulips and the daffodils are starting to bloom. I've seen all of the normal spring weeds starting to come up and starting to fill the garden with some green. And things that were previously kind of dead looking are starting to make new leaves, and a lot of the perennials that make buds, so like the berries and things, those buds are just now starting to burst. But at the same time, March is also a big season of waiting still. And I've already started seeds, and some of you might be getting ready to start seeds in March, but it's still a period of waiting. It's not yet time to start putting stuff out in the garden and doing all of those things. And you can maybe get a little bit impatient about things. And so something that I want us to reflect on is how can you be patient and enjoy the phase that you are in today? Because it is this period of waiting for the garden where the excitement is building, it's super easy to just fully wish away the month of March and look forward to April or May when things are going to be much warmer and things are growing and there's going to be a lot to do outside. But I want to remind you that March is just as important, and if you don't take advantage of this season and slow down to appreciate it instead of wishing it away, then you might be like I was in April in previous years, where suddenly things are ramping up and you are not quite ready, either physically or mentally. So for me, one of the things that I am looking at using March for to be more productive is, in my area, it is getting to be warmer during the day. We're still getting below freezing at night a lot of times, but I can comfortably go outside and do things a lot of days. And there are actually a lot of maintenance tasks that still need to be done outside that I will be way too overwhelmed to tackle when April and May come around. So I have to remind myself that now is the time to be putting effort into the mundane things, the maintenance, the things that aren't as sexy or cool with the garden, but are still very important for setting me up to have the energy to make the garden a success when things start really ramping up. And then on a more personal level, you can also think about this as a time to reawaken your own habits and routines as a gardener. Just like the outside world is starting to awaken, you have to get back into what your spring summer routine is going to be and kind of get used to functioning at that higher level. In the winter, we have rested a lot and it's been very restorative, hopefully, and now is the time to gently transition ourselves back into the season of work that is coming. And in the past, I have completely missed this gentle period of transition and instead just hit the ground running in April and May, and it's jarring. And I think now is a really good time to reflect on how to do that transition just a little bit more gently and ease myself into it. So your homework for this lesson is to go ahead and fill out your journal and answer the prompt, how can I be more patient and enjoy the phase I'm in today? We're not going to wish away March this year. And I'm really eager to hear how you interpret this prompt for yourself and your own garden in the comments below. It'll help me out because I'm always learning new stuff, but it'll also help everybody else out as they're coming through and doing these lessons. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, happy gardening.